Hey guys, it's Mr. Stevens again. I want to go over um, our engineering design activity that we're going to do on Thursday, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what we're going to be doing. So this is what the Google Doc looks like. Um, that's a picture of a water treatment plant or a water filtration facility. A lot of work goes into operating and managing these facilities to ensure that we have, clean water to drink. Um, you guys may have heard on the news a few years back and even recently a place out in Michigan called Flint. Um, those people's water have extremely high amounts of lead. Like when they turn their sink on in their kitchen or their bathroom, the water will come out like yellow and this greenish orange color because it's contaminated. It's disgusting. People who've drank it have died because of it. They've gotten things like Legionnaire's disease. Um, some people have developed cancer, lead poisoning. That's a serious problem that can come about because of unclean water. And those poor folks up there, that's all they've got. They've got to, drive and try to buy water from, Walmart or whatever grocery store they may be able to find it from. And that's their only source of clean water because you can't boil out lead and stuff like that. Even no matter how hot you got the water, by the time you were able to boil it all out, the water would probably evaporate. So what we're going to do is this little engineering time activity. So you guys know that I mentioned in the notes that we were going to design a water filtration device. And that's what this here is. So, now it's time to practice some engineering. We are going to design and create our own water filtration devices. Water filtration requires several steps to filter water and make it usable after it has been dirtied in the environment. Um, that video that you guys watched that was part of the little slides that we went over, that video showed you guys a lot of the processes that went into water filtration. So, think about the processes from that video. How is water filtered and made safe for drinking and other uses? So, we've got a few questions here that will go along with the design of your water filter that you're making. So, first, how much will your design cost to build and maintain? You guys don't have to give like crazy exact numbers. We're doing this to just kind of get your creative juices flowing and try to get an understanding of how much it costs to maintain and give us water. um, so you don't have to be crazy exact. If you don't know how much um, the metal you would need or the wood you would need costs, or however you want to design your water filtration system, that's okay. Just give a good ballpark and include maintenance. If it requires multiple people to operate, you have to consider paying those people. Um, if it requires filters being changed out frequently, you'll have to pay for the cost to maintain the filters. So put all that stuff into consideration. Then what is the goal, the original goal of this building design? Um, was your type of filter meant to capture rainwater? Um, Was your filter meant to pull in water from a nearby river or lake? Did you get really creative and did you design something that was meant to pull water out of the ocean and somehow filter that water and make it safe to drink? Or did you make something that takes ice from a glacier and makes it capable of purifying that water? So I want you guys to be real creative with this and give me the details on how you came up with the device that you did. And then the third question is how will you determine if your design was successful? So if you had the money and the ability and you went and made your water filter, how would you determine if that was a success or not? And then finally, the last little bit and the fun part is on a separate sheet of paper, draw a rough sketch of the design of your engineered water filtration device. Label the parts and provide a description of how the device functions. So once you guys have, you brainstormed, you thought of how your device would work, I want you to draw it out for me on another piece of paper. You don't have to be, you know, Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel or Da Vinci with the Mona Lisa. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can ask some of the guys that are in class. My drawings are very far from being what you would call good, but just give a rough sketch and show where what each part is and how it plays it how sorry, allergies, and its function in your filter's design. And to for that picture, you will need to, or your drawing, you will need to take a picture of it. And to submit your picture, you will need to do that on Google Classroom. Don't email it to Miss Cunningham or to me. Upload it to Google Classroom. If you guys can't figure out how to do that, send me or Miss Cunningham an email and we can help you out with that. But you do need to submit your actual photograph of your drawing to Google Classroom, not to one of us via email. So that is our engineering design activity. Um, I hope you guys have fun with it. Um, Doing things like this where you get to make your own machine or piece of equipment is always interesting to me. Use I want you guys to use your imagination and build something that maybe no one's ever thought of before, but that it might turn out to work um, in the future. Where somebody might build it and design it, or you could build it and design it in the future. And if it works out good enough, you can maybe even sell it. Maybe you could become one of those people who become a millionaire by selling their original product they made. But that's it for this activity. So I will see you guys later.